Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here. With me as always is John Fitch. We're going to be talking about everything Afghanistan under the sun, and even the fact that although a lot of people don't know this, John, I think that this should be the opener, despite the fact we don't have a huge audience at the moment. We'll be coming back to it. We decided to go into Afghanistan the day before 9/11. Okay, that 9/11 really didn't have anything to do with that's NBC News. Okay, so you need to take any disillusions that this was ever about the war on terror, that this was ever about getting bin Laden, and that they ever gave a fuck about the troops. And I'm talking about U.S. troops. They didn't, they don't now, and that is why they are in the situation that they are in. I have been a long time advocate of not only getting in Afghanistan, but the entire Middle East. But you know what? Absolutely. If you've been there for almost 20 years, and if you haven't even set up the infrastructure to get your own people out safely, and have some kind of a stability in the region where people are not getting pulled out of their homes and murdered in the streets.
Not in the street.
We're going to show you those videos. And we can't show them to you here on YouTube, but we're going to show them to you. And I got to tell you guys, you know, before we get going, I got something personal going on. I'm red fucking hot. I am red fucking hot. But the thing is, this personal situation that I'm in that really does involve all of us, okay, would not be possible without the shit they started 20 fucking years ago, their propaganda campaigns, their lies, their hate, and their death. And, I mean, John, you saw Joe Biden just came out. You know, he came out, tried to read the prompter very slowly, said they weren't ready for this one.
Speech. It's a speechwriter, gets a gold star.
I mean, when I'm listening to it, I can't believe that they brought up the Trump administration in any way, shape, or form because he made a deal to draw down the troops and get out by May 1st. And it was the generals in Afghanistan and Iraq and in the upper echelons of the Defense Department that basically said, fuck you behind the scenes and did what they wanted anyway. And that's not deifying Trump. But for fucking Joe fucking Biden to sit there and say this shit when he helped cover up the money men behind 9/11, he was part of Operation Timber Sycamore as the vice president in Syria, is disgusting. I am disgusted, John. I am repulsed. I'm disgusted. I don't like seeing dead kids in the street. I don't like seeing planes going up in the air and then refugees, stowaways,
falling off of them,
falling out. That's insane, bro. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? So, you know, we're going to talk a little bit of mixed martial arts. There wasn't a UFC card this weekend. However, two really good cards.
Bellator on Friday.
Yep, Bellator and PFL on Friday. Rory took another L. Ray took him down. Ray Cooper beat him. Nicholas Salter, although looking decent in the first round, just could not keep up with Mousasi. Mousasi did exactly what he said he was going to do. Mm-hmm. Got in the third round and started dusting him up. But I just want people to understand, the people at the top of the Predator class and those inside the military-industrial complex at the upper echelons, people like Mattis that you think are your friends, they fucking love this shit. They fucking love it. They love the failure. They can't wait for the divisiveness. They can't wait to put troops back in there whenever they want. They can't wait. They love it. They love the chaos. Gives them another fucking excuse to stay in Iraq. I don't know, Fitch. What's your take on this? We've now had almost a week of this going on, but it has escalated at such a level and so quickly that, you know, people are talking about the fall of Saigon, but in many ways, visually at least, when you see the bodies in the streets, we're surpassing that.
It's a shit show. It's always been a shit show. We need to get out of these places. There's no benefit to U.S. citizens for us to be there. This only benefits the industrial military complex, big business. We have no business there. I don't see, you know, people are upset with how Biden got us out of there, but where was there a positive way of getting out of there? Where I don't see an infrastructure. If the people who already live there aren't willing to like make it happen, you can't force it to happen. Like the Taliban's going to take over no matter what. If we never went there, Taliban control. If we stay there, it's just going to be the occupying force that keeps the Taliban at bay. It never ends. So just get out. Just get out. Leave them.
But the irony now is that the same Taliban that we were working with pre 9/11, and I want to show it again. So people, but who crossed us.
Freedom fighters fighting against Russia and the evil communists.
Again, they crossed us pre 9/11. They didn't want to give us a big oil deal. That's the reality. We gave them an offer. We said they could have a carpet of bombs or a carpet of gold. They rejected the offer. Again, a day before September 11, 2000 attacks, okay, Bush administration officials agreed that the United States would try to overthrow the Afghanistan's Taliban rulers if they refused to expel Osama bin Laden. So they were already setting up their bullshit. They were all ready to go prior to that. And I want to say it again. If you think it was Afghanistan protecting bin Laden, let's get the facts straight, okay? Bin Laden.
They knew it was the whole time.
He was in a Pakistani hospital being protected by the Pakistani military the night before the attacks on September 10th. We work with the Pakistani military. The head of the Pakistani ISI was in D.C. as that was happening. He was meeting with Porter Goss, who would become the head of the CIA, and Bob Graham on the morning of 9/11. He met with fucking Biden 2 days later, and Biden bragged about it. He bragged about it. Like, when are we going to get with reality? So think about this. We're supposed to go in there, build an infrastructure, let them rule themselves. Remember, that was what we were saying. When we were talking about Iraq, people like Dana fucking Rohrabacher were saying we were going to get hit with carpets of flowers and kisses. Like everybody was going to be so happy we were going to come, right? Guys, let's get with reality. Afghanistan and Osama bin Laden, it ain't peanut butter and fucking jelly, okay? It's oil and water. That's what it is. It's not what you think, okay? When they found bin Laden, if you believe the raid, where the fuck was he? Oh, he's in Pakistan. like, where do you think that Afghanistan lies other than the fact that we funded the Muslim Brotherhood and the freedom fighters in Afghanistan against the Russians when he was our fucking asset? How about when he was Tim Osman? Remember that when he used to come to the United States? Huh? Yeah. That's what his code name was. That was what bin Laden's name was when he came to the country. Let me repeat it for you. Tim Osman. Okay? He's been here. His family has done business with all of these people, including the Bush family, so much so that Larry Klayman, at a Judicial Watch hearing with FBI whistleblowers, said, I don't know why they're not investigating it. Maybe it's because the Bush's vacation with the bin Ladens. We only got 60 thumbs up over on YouTube. Can we get 100, guys? And by the way, the things that we're going to show you here, we're going to have to go to Rockfin. And you know what? Maybe Rockfin's where I get personal, and I tell you why I'm so fucking hot right now and pissed off. But, John, how you doing?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Just bearing the heat. It's a little warm out here in San Jose right now, but doing good. I think I got a seminar planned for September. We'll be making more announcements about that when it gets set up. But yeah, plugging away.
JohnFitch.net is where you find everything John Fitch. TheGrillingTruth.com is where you're going to find the audio version of the podcast after the fact. And Rockfin.com is where this podcast is going probably in the next 15 to 20 minutes because there's just stuff that we can't talk about here anymore and things that are just so wild. Did you see the CDC fact check yet?
What is the CDC double speaking now?
So on social media,
first, they're saying that the COVID vaccine didn't protect you from spreading it, and then they said it does, and then now they're changing that again?
No, this is better. So, so this is from last year. I know that my audience may be now familiar with it. It started to go viral this year, and this is July 26th, 2020, so now 13 months old. Interim operational considerations for implementing shielding approach to prevent COVID-19. That shielding approach, John, involves putting people in camps. So let's just read it for you. This is what the CDC puts on paper. Then I'm going to show you the fact check. It's good stuff. The shielding approach aims to reduce the number of severe COVID-19 cases by limiting contact between individuals at higher risk, so you don't have to be infected. Let's get that clear. Higher risk of developing severe disease and the general population who's low risk. High-risk individuals would be temporarily relocated to safe or green zones established at the household, neighborhood, camp/sector, or community level, depending on the context and setting. And then they lay out those levels, including the camp sector level. They're putting it on paper. They want to put you in camps. You know what they said about it, John? You know what they said? It's almost cartoon level, but we're going to do it. This is what they said. They said a document on social media, John. Okay, you know those evil social media documents, is misinterpreting it. It's humanitarian settings.
Oh, so the words they actually typed are misinterpreting it. Yeah, that's what they told. That's what they told the Jews. To send you to a humanitarian camp. What I watched last night? I've never seen it before.
What's that?
Life is Beautiful.
Okay. Talk about that. You know, you had somebody who was incredibly intelligent and yet was schizophrenic. Right?
No. That was
That's
Italian
A Beautiful
film.
Life.
That was the Italian film where they came and busted the Jews away.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet.
It's a good one. I saw the subtitle one, but it's like a romantic comedy at first, the first half of the movie, but then the Nazis come, start putting people on buses and on trains, and it's just like the second they moved, like nothing's going to get better once they put you on a bus or a train. Nothing is going to. That's the cutoff point. If it gets to that point, fight. You're better off getting killed than you are getting put on that transport vehicle.
But again, they think it's going to be John, it's a humanitarian setting. So
Nope.
This is the Twitter fact
It's
check
not.
right here. This is the Twitter fact check. It says right here, a CDC document, so they admit, circulating on social media details COVID-19 measures for people in humanitarian settings, according to fact checkers. And then in the subdivision, it admits that they would have refugee camps. You know what? It's das humanitarian settings. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And you know what? I think, what are we going? We've been on less than 13 minutes on YouTube. There are 200 plus of you over there. If you want to watch the rest of this, if you want to find out why I'm so fucking upset, come on over to the Rock Fan. I'm done with this fucking platform. It's disturbing. I probably won't be able to talk about Afghanistan. They're already age restricting my 9/11 videos. They're already age restricting eyewitness accounts. Next, they're just going to take them off. They're rewriting history.
You're getting community strikes for letting doctors talk.
He's right. And you know what? That kind of alludes to what we're about to talk about on